Currently, there are 14 actions in LinkedIn Helper to serve the purposes of LinkedIn automation. I'm going to briefly explain what each one is for. Let's create a simple empty campaign. Visit and extract. This action will visit pages of the selected LinkedIn profiles and extract all publicly available information. As a result, you will get a CSV file with sections such as headline, summary, education, skills, work experience, and many more. And for your first connections, email as well if it's on the page. You can name actions and assign tags to successfully processed profiles. Profiles auto-follower. This action will click the follow button on the page to subscribe to their news. Doing this can increase acceptance of your sent invites if you follow someone prior to inviting them. You can select it to work in the unfollow mode too, to unsubscribe. Invite second and third level contacts. This action sends connection requests to a selected list of profiles by clicking the Connect button on their profile pages. In this action, you can compose your connection request using variables to make it sound more personal, like this. In the advanced UI mode, you can access custom variables. Message to first connections group members. This action sends messages to your first level contacts by clicking the message button. It has smart replies detection, allowing you to capture replies and stop the campaign from going further. It is also used to send messages to group members if you and your recipients are members of the same group, although this feature is quite limited by LinkedIn. If you put the message in action immediately after inviting, as we did, you will notice that LinkedIn Helper automatically inserts filter contacts out of my network action. It allows you to understand who accepted your invitation. This action works in cycles. The checks happen every 60 minutes by default, or you can change how often to check. If someone has accepted your invitation, it goes to the successful sublist and moves further to the next action. Otherwise, they remain in the queue. Group Inviter. If you're a member of a group on LinkedIn, you can invite a list of your first connections to join that group. All you need is to insert a link to that group. Inmails to second and third contacts. This action works only if you have InMail credits, or you can send them for free to open profiles. InMail is a message to people who aren't your first connections. Connection requests are usually limited to a short node. With InMails, you can send longer messages. You would need a subject line here. This is what a typical InMail looks like from someone who isn't my first connection. Remove from first connections. This action is the reverse of inviting people. It simply clicks Remove Connection button and deletes the person from your network. It is helpful when you want to disconnect with a big number of people. Because you can have a maximum of 30,000 connections on LinkedIn, sometimes you may want to clear old connections to make room for new ones. Endorse My Contacts. This action helps you endorse skills of your first connections. It will find skills that you chose to endorse on the page and tick them. You can select to endorse first 3, 2, or X number of skills listed on the page, or select specific skills to endorse. Lastly, you can choose to endorse all skills listed on the page. Endorsing contacts can get you endorsements in return, which makes your profile look more appealing. Delay between actions. This action is a must if you plan campaigns with multiple actions spread over several days or weeks. It adds a time buffer between actions so that your target doesn't receive all 6 messages at once if you have a series of 6 messages to go out. It can be set in days and hours. Delay is counted individually for each contact. Let's say if you want to endorse skills 2 days after the previous action, you would insert delay between actions before the Endorse My Contacts action. Invite to follow organization. If you own a Manage a Company page on LinkedIn, you can invite your first connections to follow your company page. The action will click Invite Connections button. Paste link to the company page you're inviting to. Send person to Zapier. This action is used to send data from linked helper to an external service or database that isn't directly connected. Here, for example, after visit and extract action, linked helper sends data to Google Sheets through Zapier integration. I chose to send first name, last name, and link to profile. You would need to create a Zap hook in advance to be able to use this action. Send person to webhook is a similar action. It allows to send data to an external service that supports webhook integration. You need to paste a unique webhook URL here. And watch how your data is exported. Send invites consular. This action stands out and can be found in the campaigns menu. Using this tool, you can cancel sent invitations that are still pending and long overdue. For example, let's cancel older invites that were sent 1 month ago and earlier. It will visit Sent Invitations page and click Withdraw button. You will need this action from time to time to clear the queue of sent pending invitations. It is highly recommended as if there's too many sent pending invites, your ability to send new invitations may be limited. You can extract data from company pages if you create a different type of campaign, organizations instead of people. This action is just like visit and extract for people pages, but instead it visits company pages, and you will have a CSV file with company name, website, staff count, description, and so.